The coordination and its structural, which is basically the growth and its orientation, which comes throughout the process and its regulatory argument, the managements and its crucial advantage for the developments, which is the resource efficiency. It is the process which is the neutralization and it's growing for their structurals, and it's basically for the transformations and it's a neutralization for their growth efficiency. The structurals and it's basically for their transformations and its requirement for their different streams and way and its balance for their regulatory efficiency. The growth and its acceleration and sensitive approach about the growing and its influential part of the approach and its gradually transformations. We have just tried to influence the structurals and its resources about the different fundamental natures and its convenience part of the approach. The structurals about the resources and its fundamental natures of the society. It is the growing and its influential for their structurals, the resources about the growth and its basically for their transformations and its neutralization for their referrals and the structural for their growing and its influential structurals. We are just determining the process and the influential associations and its convenience structurals, which are the resource and its fundamental nature of the society, the conclusive advantage and its fundamentals nature, the convenience of their social needs, inclusive regulatory advantage for their resources. We have just tried to the influential and its convenience process to coordinate and its process for the requirement in its phase and its efficiency for their transformation, which is the requirement and its efficiency for the different regulatory and its convenience for their resources, the fundamental nature of the society and its role and its regulatory advantage for the different growing and its influential for the process, the regulatory of the advantage and its fundamental nature of the society, the core values and its ecologically process, which is the regulatory and its advantage for their resource efficiency. It is the process about the proper neutralization and its fundamental natures, the convenience and its resources about the growing and its influential structurals. We have just determining about the documents and its aesthetic data, which is the reluctance for their ideologically, the fundamental natures and its core and its influential association for their neutral efficiency, the growth and its balance for their regulatory advantage, the core efficiency and its challenges for their regulatory efficiency, the consolidate structurals and its fund management, different way for the surveillance for their desirable associations, in spite of the structurals and its basically for their transformations, the process about the structurals and its resource efficiency and its amusement about the requirement and its phase for their structurals and its resource fundamental of the society. We are just a convenience about the proper neutralization and its growing for their different structurals and its resources about the process of data, the process of the structurals and its fundamental natures, the convenience of the resources about the different growth and its orientation of the society. We have just tried to the influential association and its fundamentals natures, the convenience and its resource about the structurals and its beginning about the proper way of the fragmentations and its structural for their processing structurals, which is the growing and its influential part of the approach, different navigation of the society and its way and its balance, the navigation and its resource efficiency. It is the core values and its balance for their societal structurals and its role and its regulatory advantage for their different beginning and its socially and its economically procedures, which is the fundamentals natures and its convenience for their resource efficiency. We have just tried to the influence structurals, the process about the beginning of the society, the core values and its institutionalization for their regulatory and its advantage for the different management and its superficial considerations, the perfections, and it's comes from the different challenges, try to the deepest way and the way for their occurrence of the different way of the efficiency, the prosperity and its institutionalization, which is the regulatory and its transformation for their growing and its association, but it is determining for their phase and it's growing for their influential association for their deterministic, and it's part of the approach. We have just a influential and it's a integration for the structures, the process about the different requirement and its phase efficiency, different challenges for their determining a structural for their resources and its fundamental natures for their convenience and its socially and its economically, including the politically instability, the defining and its association for their workplace, structurals and its beginning of the society. We have just the influential for their process and its regardless for their prosperity and its institutionalization, the growth and its prospectus for their ideologically and its influential association for their determining and its expect for their challenges. We have just tried to the insecurity about the proper neutralization, the phase and its coordination of the individual participants which have the proper skills about the negotiation of the constructive mindset, and it's a organizational reformations, the process for the organization which is the consistency and it's a commitment about the leaderships and it's a structural for their resources, when the defining and its structurals, the resource about the different determining, like the 10,000 peoples how to determine 800 peoples which is efficiency for the company, and 200 people how they are influence and the structurals probably which is the core values and its way for their efficiency and its workplace, but the challenges is the elimination of 200 peoples when they have lots of expectation about the workplace, the proper way of the structurals and its resources, like the different government examinations and different way of the examination state levels and the central levels, which different way of the aspirants which filling the forms like 1 crore, 1.2 crore, 1.5 crores, 20 lakh, 10 lakhs, and individual participants which is just they are different expectations about the succeeded of the examination, but they could not be succeeded about the workplace, and they will try again to succeed at the examination, but they in spite of 10 100 no 1000 candidates, yeah, 1000 aspirants selected for the government examination, but 99 lakh 99,900 900 99 lakh 99,100 candidates which we are not selected. So the main core and its subordinates for the structurals and it's growing for the different way and its scope, the structure about the working and its facility about the different way and its balance for their society, the convenience and its resource of the fundamentals natures, the different procedures and its efficiency, which is the requirement and its subordinations for their convenience and its socially and its economically defining for their structures. It is the process about the structurals and its resource efficiency for the determining and its expectation for their reality, the core values and its institutionalization for their beginning and its society, which is the convenience and its socially and its economically procedures about their efficiency. It is determining for the structurals, it is determining for their face and its core values and its socially and its economically procedures, which is the regulatory advantage for their efficiency and its role for their different challenges for their growth and its balance for their regulatory advantage. It is the expectation, subordinations, connections and the determination also have consistency about the workplace, and integration of different subjective words, but the luck is more priority when you are succeeded in different fields, different category of the workplace, and the structure for their resources for their convenience, and it's a prosperity for their structural for their resource efficiency. We have just two working place, and it's a processing for their structures requirement and its phase efficiency. Probably it will be happen good, but sometimes it will not be happen goods, and the core of the dedication and hard work also have the time which is not properly work for the succeeded in the different constructive examinations and way for they succeeded in their life, but their determination about the workplace skills which helps to improving the ecosystem and its a regulatory advantage.